Hi, welcome to BAi TV. I'm your embroidery assistant, Alan. Last time, we introduced the super popular dead heads. In this video, we are going to focus on how to embroider them better. Right here, in my hand, is the dead head. Dead heads are soft, unstructured caps. They don't have a stiff front, and they come with an adjustable strap at the back. So, whether you are gifting it or selling it, no need to worry about the sizing insurance. But since they are so soft and floppy, we need to be extra careful during embroidering. You will need to hold them tightly, otherwise the stitching won't come out clean. Alright, let's jump in and I will show you how to embroider a dead head. I will be using our latest embroidery machine, the mirror. Besides the machine, you will also need some essential accessories: the cap driver, the cap station, cap hoop, and some clips. These are all come with the machine. We will also need a tearaway stabilizer for hat embroidery. Tearaway is the most commonly used stabilizer for hats. There's also a roll size stabilizer, perfect for factories or batch production. You can cut it to the size you need and save costs. For thickness, the most common tearaway options are 2 ounce, 2.5 ounce, and 3 ounce. 2 and 2.5 ounce work well for regular hats, like dead hats. 3 ounce is better for structured hats, like baseball hats. Let's get started. First, remove the backing from your hat. Here is a cap station that comes with the machine. I have mounted it to the edge of my table. It's adjustable depending on your table thickness. Just make sure it's tight so it doesn't move around. Now I will show you how to hoop the hat. Slide the cap hoop into the station. The notches at the top should align, and the silver arm should face you. The movable strap is on the left. That's what we will use to hold the hat down. Push the hoop all the way in. You will feel it click in place on both sides. Now, I'm grabbing a piece of 2.5 ounce tearaway stabilizer. If your design is a bit more complex, I'd recommend doubling up the stabilizer, especially since dead heads are so soft and need extra support. Slide the stabilizer underneath the rest part of the hoop. Next, flip up the sweat band of the hat. You know, this part here. Wrap the hat fully around the hoop. Tuck the sweat band right under the rest edge, same place you just positioned the stabilizer. Take a close look at the wrist section. There's a vertical line on top. That's your guide for centering. Make sure the head's center line is aligned with the mantle line. Here's a little tip. You can offset the center line slightly to the left when aligned, because when we pull the strap, it will tuck slightly to the right. With this way, the final alignment is perfect. When you pull the strap, try to line it up close to the edge of the head brim. You can press the brim down slightly. The sides of the hat can be gently folded. If the strap ends up off track like this, your design area will shrink and the press foot might hit the strap. So it's important to keep everything aligned. Now I will press everything into place. Hook the side latch and lock it in. Then check again to make sure the center line is still aligned. Now grab a few clips, pull the head tight, smooth out the embroidering area. No wrinkles, dead hands are soft, so if 2 clips aren't enough, you can add more on both sides and clip them onto the silver bar. Now press both side latches and slide the hoop out. It's ready to go to the machine. Here's the hooded hat. Look how clear and flat the front is. The stabilizer is providing great support. See? Super smooth, and the back is secured nice and tight. The cap driver is already installed. Quick note here, check your bobbin tension and make sure there's enough bobbin thread. You don't want it to run out halfway through the stitches. Now we slide the side of the hat into the cap driver like this. Once it's in, rotate it to the front and align the lunge. Use both hands to push it in firmly. There are 3 locking points. Press all to make sure it's securely in place. Next, you can select your design on the screen. In Cap model, the design will flip vertically automatically, so you don't need to do that manually. Then, pick your thread color. Now, this part is super important. Do a normal trace. This lets the machine trace the embroidering area to make sure the press foot won't hit the strap and the embroidering design is centered. If your digitized design includes a center point, just make sure neither one is lined up with that center. Double check for any chance of collisions with the metal bar. Once everything looks good, hit a normal trace again to check the position. If you are happy with the alignment, tap Ready and then press Start. Embroidery is done. Let's take it off and see how it turned out. Unhook the head hoop and check the final result. Let me show you. Look at that tension. So clean. That's it for today's tutorial. Don't forget to follow, give me a like, and if you run into any embroidery questions, we are always here to help.